Craft, design, and launch NFTs effortlessly across multiple blockchains. From generating high-quality visuals to enhancing audio, scripting, and minting digital assets, Call AI's advanced tools empower creators of all kinds, developers, designers, artists, and innovators alike. Now available on mobile, Call AI brings everything you need into one seamless platform, giving you the power to create anytime, anywhere.
Click the link at the top line of the description. Do not wait. FBA is cheering. They feel like they got a victory because Fat Joe announced that he would be stepping down. That's right, stepping down as the host of the BET Awards. Now, a little bit of the backstory is Fat Joe was on Math Hoffa's podcast when he said something that infuriated Black Americans and blacks from all over the world. I'm going to play the video of Fat Joe stepping down, and then I'm going to give you a comprehensive breakdown of all the past and what's really going on. Roll tape.
Joe.
You know, thank you. I resigned as host of the BET Hip Hop Awards because, real shit. 2 Chainz said I've been monopolizing, so he said, "Yo, let me host. I know I could be a good host." I said, "You know what, my brother? You could be the host next year."
You passed the torch officially?
Yeah. The 2 Chainz. I mean, BT don't know that.
All right, for those who don't know, this all started on the Math Hoffa podcast where Fat Joe was talking about the origins, or asked about the origins of hip hop. And he went at the FBA, the Foundation of Black Americans, called him some dusty broke, you know what. And right after the video was released, there was a firestorm of people that went after Math Hoffa and the co-host for just sitting there not saying anything in their opinion. And we had actually Gat Taylor, who's one of the co-hosts on the Math Hoffa podcast on today. And he explained like he didn't even know what the FBA was. And honestly, I kind of didn't know what it was until I heard Tariq Nasheed talking about it maybe a year or so ago. So pardon my ignorance or whatever the case may be, but this goes deep. This is something that we have to kind of unpack layer by layer because even Gat was saying this. Come in New York, New Jersey, Philly, you know, Puerto Ricans and black people grew up in the same areas. You know, they dated each other. They were with each other. It was one and the same struggle on certain instances. Now, there's always a line drawn because, first of all, you got one that's with a Spanish colonizer, one with an English colonizer, right? So this right there creates these different cultural nuances to where one thinks that they're better than the other. One feels like they're inferior than the other. When you really look at the origin, you know, of most of these, you know, so-called Latino or Hispanic, which even the word Hispanic, Latino, all these names are just labels that were put on people, you know, at a certain point in time. The origins, if you go back and look, and this doesn't apply to everyone, right? A lot of the origins are Taino, African, and then a lot of times European. So it's really silly to argue and fight over what's this and what's that and who's this and who's that. Also, what we talked about is that we all grew up, and I know I grew up, I'll just say me. Puerto Ricans use the N-word, right? And the sad part about it is that I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with it, but it was a comfort thing because they felt like they was one of us. But on hindsight, we would never call them the S-word. We would never call, you know, another group of people, you know, whatever the language, you know, the racial slur was for that particular language. It just seems that in America and, you know, over the world right now, the black slur, we, in a way, started calling ourselves that and popularized it, which is the weirdest thing ever. Like, could you imagine a Jew or any other people calling themselves a slur that people called them that were enslaving them? So that right there, the psychology of that right there is just twisted. Right? Now, yes, there is racism. There are all groups of people, you know, who practice racism, who, you know, have stereotypes about different groups. We all do. It's just what it is. We say this about this person, that about this person, that's about this person. Now, as far as the hip hop, I wasn't there. We've interviewed a lot of people, and they said what they said about it. To me, I don't think it really matters. Like, whatever the history is what the history is. You know? Obviously, you know, you feel, okay, yeah, Puerto Ricans was probably there. Obviously, we was in the same neighborhoods. Did he actually create or invent it? Who knows? A lot of people say they was into the salsa and the other stuff. That's just what it is. Now you have to go back to the origins and talk to some of the godfathers to actually get the definitive answer on that. So that's like a breakdown of the whole thing. Like, we calling ourselves that. We calling ourselves that, and other people call us that, and we were accepting of that. You know, we just were. I mean, it obviously matters to how you say it, right? But it's just what it is. You know, I'm not saying that it's right. It's wrong in all ways. We shouldn't have been calling ourselves. It shouldn't be acceptable for anyone to say it. But we're saying it so other people feel like they're comfortable to also say it without any repercussion. Now, as far as Fat Joe, right? It's hard for me to label him a racist. I'm sure that he has his ways and his thoughts and stereotypes about certain people like we all do, right? What does that make him a racist? I'm not sure. I would have to be around him. I would have to, spend time and, really have to, just engage how he deals with my people before I would just slam that label on Fat Joe. So that's what it is, man. It's a deep conversation. It really is. It's a multi-layered conversation because some people will say that I'm wrong. Some people will say that I am right. Even though they was, we are accepting of each other. We're different. There are differences as well. There are a lot of cultural differences between what they call a Latino or Hispanic and a black person. But there also are a lot of similarities. And that's why you have people like Marcus Garvey who said, look, at the end of the day, these are just petty differences, man. Okay, you speak a different language. Okay, you're a little bit lighter than me. Your hair a little bit straighter. That's what Marcus Garvey's whole movement was. Put away the petty differences. Uniting people from Puerto Rico. Uniting people from Dominican Republic, from Haiti, from Mexico, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone. All these places uniting people under one banner, right? So that's what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I right? Am I wrong? Did y'all grow up with Puerto Ricans? Did you grow up with Dominicans? Are they one and the same? Did you guys, do you feel like, you guys struggled, together? And again, a lot of it is because of the colonization. One Spanish colonizer and one English colonizer, right? A lot of it is because of that. But if you put two children together at a young age and they grow up together, they're going to be brothers. I had Puerto Rican brothers. I had Dominican, Haitian, Pakistani brothers growing up. It's just what it is, So, look, let me know what you think in the comment section. It's your boy, Oh God, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Hit the thumbs up button to make sure you share the video, please.